Oh, hello, Warwick. That's wonderful. First of all, I want to congratulate everybody involved in this festival. Getting these things on is a Herculean effort. You know, you put out 2,000 flyers. You hope that it reaches people and that people actually show up is extraordinary. I've done a little of this in Warwick myself, and it didn't turn out nearly this well. I'll have to get some lessons from them on how to do it. I'm newly arrived in Warwick, and I'm amazed. So much is happening in this town. It's quite extraordinary. You feel as though Warwick is right on the cusp. Something really big is going to happen in this community. I come from Gomorrah, which is what I call Los Angeles, and we have already lost our community, basically. You know, things happen. It's very difficult to make an impression when there are that many people and it's that size and there's that much money and power involved. It's quite different here. On the one hand, you have this festival and the potential of this festival, which is that this could grow to be quite something extraordinary. You know, in Great Barrington and Massachusetts, Stockbridge, Tanglewood, all these festivals began just like this. And as they grow and they attract more and more people, the town of Warwick could become a hub for the whole of Orange County and even beyond that in terms of bringing really important work to this part of New York, for the people of Warwick, for the people of Orange County, because the reason that we make these films, is that we get a chance, and this is why we do any art, is we get a chance to see ourselves. And by seeing ourselves and how we behave, especially in the films, you can make adjustments and change things. When I first got here, I said to my blessed wife, you want to get involved? Because I've been in radical politics since the early 60s, and there are always issues and there are always things that are important. I didn't know anything about Warwick, and then all of a sudden a couple of things have popped up, one of which is this power plant. I don't know whether you know about it. I probably put a flyer on your window, but you didn't come. So now you're here, now you gotta listen to me. So over in Minisink, there's a compressor station. You know, the people of New York banned fracking. And unfortunately, in the ban, it did not include the use of fracked gas, which comes from Pennsylvania. This will be a little political for the moment, but there's a tie-in with the festival. And this pipeline the idea for this pipeline is to take this gas from Pennsylvania all the way up to Boston, through New York, all the way up to Boston, so that the gas industry can export the liquefied fracked gas to Europe and Asia, where they get 6 times as much money for it as if they sold it locally. And to justify this, they have decided to build a series of power plants, of which this power plant in Wawayanda is just the one. This plant produces enough toxins to turn this place into something that it is not and should not become. Fracked gas has radon in it. It has a lot of methane. Methane is a very potent, in fact, 87 times more potent than any other pollutant in for global warming. And the radon, when the gas is burned in the power plant, this will settle on all the onion fields and all the farmers who are producing vegetables from farm to table for restaurants in New York, and it changes the nature of the community. It goes from a green zone, where it's mostly farmers, to a brown zone, which allows industry to come in. When I got here, I asked the ladies who started this festival, who are running this festival, were there documentaries, and were the documentaries made by local people? Somebody in Warwick has got to start making a documentary about this issue, about what is happening. people are not only walking away from their homes, their mortgages, their children's schools, their jobs, because they fear that their children's health is going to be impacted. But when this power plant comes, it's going to depress property values, as is the pipeline. When this pipeline is put through, if someone on the route of the pipeline does not want the pipeline and they say no, they can declare eminent domain and just go in and dig it up and put the pipeline. One woman is going to have a pipeline 50 feet from her front porch. She has 100 acres, a very beautiful house. It's been her family farm for generations, and basically it becomes worthless. This festival, as it grows, will begin to show films by filmmakers shooting locally about issues like CPV, like the Millennium Pipeline, like the issue of Kiryat Joel and what's happening there. These are all local issues that will only change. We'll only be able to protect this community if you, all of you, get involved in some way. And if you think, well, I know, but what can I do? It's a huge power company. It's the governor of New York. It's not true. There will always come a time in which the power of the people makes the difference. It only appears as if those people in industry and government have the power, but actually the power is ours. We gave it away, so we take it back. Back in the 60s, I went down south during the Civil Rights Movement. I played in a theater company that toured Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. Basically, the theater called the Free Southern Theater was started by two black men who said that now that black people in the South were for the first time getting the right to vote, they were being registered by the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee in CORE. They should begin to know that their issues are central, that their voice is important. And when they saw the play, one play was a play called Pearly Victorious, which was a Broadway play, Boulevard, not very important, and they thought, it's a silly play. They had never seen a play before. The other play was a play called Waiting for Godot, very sophisticated play, and those people had never seen a play, never seen television, no theater, no movies, nothing. But they sat there and got it, and a very famous woman named Fannie Lou Hamer, who had been a sharecropper and who was the leader of the Mississippi Freedom Delegation, which tried to get seated in 1964 in Philadelphia when Lyndon Johnson sold the party out down the river. She turned to the people in the audience, like I'm turning to you, and she said, I want you people to understand, we're not like those two guys in the play. We're not waiting for anybody. We're taking what we need. And I would only say to you that this, even though it's a night out at the movies, and you're gonna watch, entertaining films, that really, this is the beginning of getting involved in making a difference so that Warwick actually goes the way you want it to go, so that it looks further on down the line as a conscious, artistic, viable, vibrant community of people bonded together because they have a singular vision about what they want from their community. That can be you. This festival can begin it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Next year, you be sure to tell your friends, bring 10 people. Make it your responsibility to get 10 people to come to this. Tell them it's really important. Thank you. Bless your heart.
Thank you.